afternoon, everybody. This is Patriot Picker. My name is Chris. We are experiencing a rainy day in Lynchburg, Virginia today, so I'm not out and about doing a whole lot of sourcing, but what I wanted to do is take some time to jump into an area. I've been having a lot of folks send me some comments on my videos asking me to talk about medical scrub tops. This video is going to be my attempt to do my very best to talk to you about what I know about medical scrub tops, but I'm going to do my best to show you what I've learned and maybe share some tips with you. Like I said, we've had some folks that watch our videos know that I specialize in trying to source for medical scrub tops for the medical community. So we're going to do this and we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to start off and we're going to talk about branding. Okay, so there's all kinds of different brands of clothing on the market, as everybody knows, and you've got so many folks that are dabbling into every type of clothing out there and putting their name on it and making it very similar to what everybody else is doing. And trying to compete with the big names. So medical scrub tops are no different. It's the same kind of situation. You've got several different companies that have created different brands. And so I'm going to name a few of those. One big brand is called Cherokee. All right, so if you're sourcing and you're looking for scrub tops, you want to pay attention to these named brands. We got Cherokee. We've got Dickies, like the old school Dickies we used to wear when we were kids. We've got Grey's Anatomy, which is a takeoff of obviously the popular television show about the medical community. We've got Barco. We've got Zoe and Chloe. That's Zoe plus Chloe, and that's how you'll see it. It'll be ZOE plus CHLOE, and that's their brand. We've got SB, as in Sierra Bravo, for you military people out there, SB Scrubs. We've got UA Scrubs, which is Uniformed Advanced. We've got Disney branded themes. We've got Mary Englebright. We've got a lot of different brands. So those are a few companies you want to be looking out for. I didn't even touch the surface on how many there are. There you will find, when you start looking, you will find there's a lot more that I mentioned. In my community and in my experience, the ones that I named are the ones that I see most common. And so those are the ones that I end up with to try to flip. Let's talk about styles. Just like shirts, men's shirts, women's shirts, athletic fit, slim fit, classic fit, modern fit. So scrub styles are the same way. You've got your V-neck versus your crew neck, okay? And then you have your classic fit and your modern fit. So let's talk about classic fit first. Classic fit is just going to be worn, the scrub top is going to be designed to have a very loose fit. It's going to have an average sleeve length. The waistline area is going to hang below the waistline, okay? And then when you get into the modern fit, which is what a lot of younger generation prefer, you have a shorter sleeve length, you have a much tighter slim fit, and then you have the scrub top waist area is going to fall above the hips. And so there's a couple of different things to look for there. They all come in different various sizes, from small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, and just like most other shirt types. So those are some different ways that you will notice that they're made to fit. Okay, so we've talked about branding, we've talked about the fit. Okay, so let's talk about the themes now. All right, because this is really the bread and butter of what I've experienced, the bread and butter of being knowledgeable in the different types of scrubs. Okay, so many of us have visited the doctor's offices. We've had nurses and nurse practitioners and dental assistants and physicians all wearing scrubs when they come in to work with you, and you will notice that some of them are wearing different themes. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a few themes here, and I'm going to show you the ones that tend to be most successful with me, and talk a little bit maybe about some that I do not necessarily dabble in. Okay, so we're going to talk about themes now. Okay, and I'm going to start off with your basic scrub. All right, it's going to be a solid color, and it's usually going to come in a variety of colors like navy blue. And I'm not going to be able to necessarily show you these up close with the camera. I'm going to do my best. You've got a navy blue that's popular with, obviously, with the masculine folks. And then on the feminine side, you're going to have light blues, aqua colors, burgundy. Masculine, again, you might have black. Every now and then you will see some of your bright colors like bright red, bright orange, bright green. But your solid color scrubs, you can just about find them in any color, to be quite honest. The most popular ones I have found that sell the best for me are your navy blues and your light blues, or that in-between navy and light blues, kind of sky color. Those do really well. All right, now, after you get past your solid colors, you start getting into a lot of bright floral pattern or print. So, for example, something along these lines here. Okay, so flowers, solid color in the background, as you can see, but then flowers and floral print. Okay, those are popular. All right. Then you get into things which I call the themes, not the things, T-H-I-N-G, but the themes, T-H-E-M-E-S. So we're talking themes like cancer awareness, and you can tell by the ribbon, the folded ribbon, that to me looks like a fish, the old Christian fish symbol. That theme, along with your pinks and reds and whites and grays mixed together, these are called themed prints. You can never go wrong with a themed print as long as it is modern and up to date. And then you will get into things like different holiday seasons. So, for example, this one here, and I'll get it up close to the camera so you can see. All right, you have your snowflakes, you got your words on here, flurries, frosty, let it snow. Again, themed scrubs for seasons, okay? So you've got Christmas, you've got fall, you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Halloween is a big one. Again, try to think in terms of children interacting with these medical personnel. They want the kids to be calm. They want to have a rapport with them a lot of times. And so what they're trying to do is wear something that gets the kids' attention off of why they may be coming to the dentist or the hospital to calm them down a little bit. So they wear something themed, okay? So another themed Again, here's a Mary Englebright scrub top with the Halloween theme. So you've got your pumpkins and your haunted house and your ghosts and goblins and witches, type stuff like that. Those are called themed scrubs. So you want to be on the lookout for those as well. Now let's get into specialty scrubs. We're talking Disney now. All right. So anything related to Winnie the Pooh is considered Disney. And you can see up close, you've got Pooh there with Eeyore and some others. So you've got Mickey Mouse, anything related to Walt Disney World, the different characters that make up the Disney. You've got Peanuts characters, okay? So you've got the different kinds of scrubs that, you know, are themed by the Peanuts characters and the old, you know, comic strip that we all grew up with and cartoon we watched on TV. And so you have the Peanuts characters as well. Again, just to show a few difference, you got your Halloween Disney. So now you've got a combination of a season and a group of characters that are popular. So you combine those together, you get 2 in 1. And then we have some more themed. We've got Hello Kitty. You've got also Betty Boop. So again, one of the things that you kind of see the common thread here is color is important. Bright colors, pinks, purples, blues. And I'm going to show you one in a second that really jumps out and gets your attention. But one of the things that I'm trying to make a point to is look for bright colored scrubs. They always seem to do really well. So those are your themes. Those are the types of characters, a few that you want to be on the lookout for. And now I want to conclude by talking about condition, because this is really critical to buying clothing. Everybody out there knows this. I want to talk to you about specifically about scrub condition, okay? Well, actually, before I do that, I have one more thing I want to show you. Scrub tops usually all come short sleeve, but we also sell in our store long sleeve lab jackets, okay? So we're talking about something that's more like a jacket that you put on that is long sleeve, okay? One of the things that I want to notate here is that most of your lab jackets are going to be button up, so you want to make sure that all the buttons are there, because a lot of times I've went and sourced these and then get home and find out that one of the buttons is missing. But one of the other things I want to point out is the color here and the pattern on it and the theme. This theme is, this particular company is Peaches Uniforms. I did not mention them earlier in the brands, but that is another brand scrub top company that does lab jackets and bottoms as well. But just notice that the bright colors here, no specific theme, just frogs. Frogs on lily pads, okay? But real bright colors that really stand out and get the attention of those that they're working with. The very first thing that you want to look for when you pick one of these things up is how the material looks in regards to age. Once a shirt like a scrub top has been worn many, many times and washed many, many times, the scrub top itself begins to fade. And so you'll pick it up and you'll just see this faded out look, almost like, you know, the natural color is starting to go because the thing's been worn so many times and washed so many times. And so that's something that you want to be careful of, is to watch for fading. Now, Will faded scrub tops sell? Yes, they will. Sometimes, believe it or not, there are people who actually like the faded look. Most folks like a little above faded, a little below new look. But that's one thing that you want to be looking for. You may want to start off, if you're starting off selling scrub tops, you may want to start by trying to go a little above the faded look, okay? It doesn't have to be brand spanking new, but you don't want it to look real super faded because majority of folks out there do not want the faded look, because that means that material's close to breaking down, and you know, who knows how long it'll last from that point forward. So try to find something in the middle of the road. All right, another area that you want to focus on when it comes to the condition are stains. Let's talk about stains real quick. Stains can happen from a varied number of reasons. Here's the number one thing that I look for when I pick up a scrub top in regards to stains. I immediately look right underneath the armpit right here, because a highly worn scrub by some folks will have underarm deodorant marks really bad because they don't wear t-shirts underneath them. So they sweat and the underarm deodorant itself gets all over the material, and after a while, no matter how many times you wash it, it will begin to just show up real obvious under the pit area. And that's something that I stay clear of. If it has a lot of that under there, or if it has any of that under there, basically, I do not buy that scrub. All of my scrubs will have no stains under the pits. Another area that you want to watch out for are blood marks, okay? We all know that the medical community works in and around bodily fluids, and sometimes they cannot prevent from blood marks getting onto their clothing. Once blood marks get onto your clothing, if you don't get them cleaned immediately, they tend to start staining. And when you go and you start to source for scrubs, you need to make sure that you do a thorough inspection to make sure that there's no blood stains anywhere on that material. Now, I can't tell you like that it's in specifically one area always, but you just got to do a really good thorough research on the whole piece of clothing before you buy it, okay? Let's talk about ink stains. A lot of our medical community carry pens and ink, and they usually carry them right here in their front pockets. So the pen ink will come right down into this area here where the pen has leaked in some way, or if it's a push button cap, they'll leave it pushed open and the pen ink at the bottom will start to show. And so that's something also that is common that you've got to look out for in the pocket areas to make sure that you don't see any ink stains. Another area as far as condition that you want to watch out for are the areas where some of the scrubs come down and have splits on the sides right here. You want to make sure that the split is not torn from the actual split itself. It'll start fraying right here, and then before you know it, it'll be torn all the way up, 1-2 inches into the top. So anywhere there are seams, you want to make sure that everything is still intact and sewn together properly. So that's as far as condition. Those are some of the items that you want to think about. Now, always remember, a lot of the items I talked about just now are used. If you're buying new, always look for tags. Anything you can see and buy that is brand new, if it's considered brand new, it probably is going to have tags still on it. So those go really fast. If you can show that it's brand new and never been worn and still has the tags on it, of course. So those are some things that you ought to be looking for when you're out sourcing for medical scrubs. Now, I want to conclude by just saying that, we've talked about brands, we've talked about the styles, we've talked about the way that they fit and the looks, the condition, and we've talked about themes. So that's just a brief foundation of what you want to think about when you go out and look for scrub tops, okay? So concluding, I do not source for bottoms, but I have been entertaining the thought of starting to do so, because here's why. Scrub tops sell, bottoms sell individually, but guess how much money you can make if you have a matching top and a matching bottom? Yes, that's right. You're going to make more profit. So we're looking at starting to match some things up and sell them in a lot, or not as a lot, but together. And maybe we can make a little bit more money. Just make sure that you have proper sizing listed. Again, when it comes to sizes, the ones that have tended, the tops that have tended to sell best for us have been some of your larger sizes, like extra large and up. All sizes will sell, but it's harder for some folks to find their size in certain clothing. And those of you who sell clothes, you know that that's the case. So this is Chris, and I hope that that has been very helpful for you. Please send any comments, questions that you have that I may not have covered. I know I didn't cover everything. There's no way that you can take and cover everything and try to do it in such a short video that folks are going to want to hear. So send those comments, though. Leave those comments. Make sure you hit the like button. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you subscribe. We are on our way to 500 subs, and so we really appreciate it. So this is Patriot Picker, and we're signing out again, and we'll catch you guys again when? That's right, on the flip side.